What's up guys, Shay Stevens here, PDGA number 77522, and today we're playing a one disc round with the Streamline parachute. Let's get to it.
Alright everyone, before we get to the round, just a little housekeeping. First off, as of the time of this recording, which is July 28th, MVP has not announced official flight numbers yet for the parachute. However, based on our experience with the pitch and glitch, I would estimate the flight numbers are going to be speed of 1, glide of 7, turn of 0, and a fade of 1. And next up we have some side-by-sides for you guys to compare. First off, we have the parachute on the left up against a neutron soft glitch on the right. Parting lines perfectly level. The only thing you can really see as a difference is the finish of the disc from the nose going down to the bottom. A little more blunt on the parachute, not by much, but again, we are dealing with one speed, so you're not going to see really drastic changes in these molds. And for our second comparison, we have the parachute on the left up against the Special Edition Total Eclipse pitch on the right. Parting lines pretty much even again, but again, we want to focus on the bottom of the disc. So when contrasted against the pitch, the more abrupt, blunt finish of the bottom of the disc from the nose to the bottom on the parachute is much more noticeable versus the pitch, which is more understable than the glitch, has a more curved, more of a soft finish. So yeah, we're expecting the parachute to definitely be on the overstable side of the one-speed disc for MVP. But now let's get back out to Fulmor and see how it actually flies.
And welcome back to Fulmor, guys. Been really looking forward to throwing this one disc round, but stuff just kept coming up, so sorry I got pushed back. Gonna do my best today to show this disc off. We're just gonna play the Club 9, see if we can get some cool shots out of it. Disclaimer, I am playing a little bit injured now. Shay threw up the photo. I found a wasp nest during my league round, and unfortunately they were not taking visitors kindly that day, so yeah, left leg is really stinging right now, so we'll see what I can do. But hole 1 is coming in at 271 feet. Just gonna play one out the middle here. I don't think I can get there with a 1 speed. I typically throw a pyro at this or an NV, so it would be a pump to get the parachute there. I've heard it does have a little bit of extra stability on it. We'll see what it can do. Ooh, definitely does have more stability, I think. Didn't give it much air time, but I definitely saw that fade. So it looks like I caught a roll up the hillside here. Got me into circle 2. And these 1 speeds should be really good for running these kind of shots. Bit of a ceiling right before the basket. Oh, I caught the leaves. But tap in par. Alright, hole 2, 213 feet. Time to test the stability on this thing. So I'm going to hit this with just a touch of anhyzer, I think. And see if I can drag it over towards the basket, kind of run the hill, and hopefully hook up towards the end. Definitely more stable than I was expecting. I don't mind that at all. All right. Yeah, I'm really liking the stability, guys. The pitch kind of would have like dragged over a bit and been the ideal line. It's kind of how I threw it. But this definitely has a little more hookup, which I don't mind at all. But this is the preferred miss. I like being on the high side. I like downhill putts. Behind you guys at the creek and with all the rocks, the footing gets sketchy. So this is a little more comfortable for me. That being said, I'm comfortable with it with my putting putters, so this will be fun with the 152 gram, right? Yeah, 152. Hey. Just drop it in the bucket. Hole 3, 166 foot downhill shot to the right. I would love to throw a backhand turnover, but I want to see what this disc does on forehand, so we're going to try a nice touchy forehand. Give it a bunch of hyzer. Let it do its thing, hopefully. So it did get the flat. I aired it though. Whew. Oh, skips the roots and gets a wicked roll. Dang it. It was really hard getting out of the habit of set shots. I threw that like I would my entropy, and this is definitely not an entropy. And unfortunately, I caught the roots here, skipped out even further, so circle 2 look. I try to be cute and do a step putt, but these tree branches are so low, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to try to do a little floaty run. Nope. All right, should clean that up. All right. Another par. Hole 4, 217 foot. Tough tunnel shot, really low ceiling. There is some airspace out to the right if you can clear the initial gap to work with. I usually throw my anode or my flippy envy at this one. We'll see if we got enough pizzazz to get the parachute there. I'm eyeing up this line kind of down the middle, hopefully pushing it to the right a little bit and then letting it fade down the hill. Oh, I load it. Down the middle. It's time to save the par. Normally, I would just throw an upshot to the right, let it trickle down back end, towards the basket. But I want to give this another go on forehand to see what it can do for me. So I like how soft this disc is too. It's like super gummy, so I like the odds of this just hitting and dying right near the basket. But let's give this a nice, fun, floaty run, hopefully. Drop, just over the basket. And it's set nice. So we got hole 5 coming in at, what's this, 246 feet? I just aced this last week with a deflector. So now I can throw the same shot with the parachute. So I'm going to try the Bob Weaver line, which is he throws usually a turnover PA5 and kind of blasts through the tree and gets to the green. See if we can do that with the parachute. Ooh, oh, cut rolled. Don't know how deep I am, but I'm putting at least. Let's see, we want very long guys out to the edge of the circle. Do have a putt at it. See if I can get it there. Oh, I sure did it. All right, jumping over to hole 15, 257 foot, par 3. Just to unleash this thing, see what we can do. I have the tree basically 20 feet to the right of the basket is kind of my target. I want to see if I can get it there and hopefully hook into the basket, but this is gonna be a pump. I don't know why I'm not trusting this disc. I totally should. I thought it was gonna flip a little bit, but that thing held really darn straight. Just enough to obstruct the normal putt, but I do have a step or a straddle putt from the hill slope. I don't want to step, the grass is too trippy right here, so I kind of flat foot it. See if I can get it there. Like the effort. Okay. Another par. All right, 16, 189 foot. Honestly, the distance check of this being a 1-speed with the stability this disc has kind of makes it perfect. I kind of have to like either get my entropy on a weird, like an awkward hyzer line to get over the tree thing left, but not push it too far. And the envy, I really got to finesse. So this thing I should be able just to hit probably flat over the top and hopefully crashing on the basket. I actually should probably just standstill it. Hook in. About 10-15 feet past the basket. Not bad. Yeah, my depth perception stinks, guys. I'm pin high exactly. Oh, good birdie. Getting moist out here, guys. Summer is here. It's hole 17. I forget the distance on this one. I'll have it from a previous video. I really love the pitch on this shot. Just a nice turnover. Let it run the slope of the hill and park right next to the basket. Hoping the parachute can do the same thing for me. I just got to give it a little more angle, I suspect. Run it. All right, a little low, but that should be a putt. Just a little bit of cleanup. Hopefully a formality. Yep. Alright guys, final hole, hole 18, 150 feet. Mando tree, gotta go left of it. Definitely gonna go with a nice high turnover. Give this boy plenty of angle. Hopefully it'll pan out. I'd love to get a, ace on the channel, finally, after all these years. Whew. Nice and high on Annie. Oh, I like it. Whew. Let's see how that thing's saddled. Settled? Alright, so we panned out across the basket, up on the tree. See if I can get this tap in. And then go to the bar for a drink and get some ice on my calf because it is on fire right now. Yep. And that's going to wrap up this one disc round with a parachute. I heard a lot of people talking about the overstability of it compared to the pitch and glitch. It is real, guys, but yeah, for final thoughts, back to Shay.
So yeah, another fun one-speed offering from MVP in that hybrid catch disc category. Yeah, the parachute lived up to all the hype. It has that little extra overstability people were talking about. The best example of that was hole 16, where you saw me just put it up nice and flat, and it got a good hyzer finish. I think the pitch and glitch are more inclined to kind of just elevate her down, but this guy, finished. It wasn't dramatic. It's a one-speed, but in that one-speed category, it's definitely toward the more severe side. So in terms of, do you want to throw this disc? Just depends on preference. First off, this plasma soft feels amazing. Old school plasma used to be nice and gummy, but over the last few years, kind of firmed up a bit. Not something I prefer. This feels like a return to the good old days. This is just great plastic for overall use, and especially for a catch disc, it works really well. So great job there, MVP, on that. Now, the downside for me was I'm not a big fan of just the underside of the rim here, just this blunt finish. This is where the overstability comes from, I feel. When the disc is slowing down, this is where drag is produced and causes the disc to hyzer more. It feels like I got to really work to clear my fingers from it. It kind of gave me kind of vibes of like birdies or T-birds, or I'm sorry, not T-birds, birdies or polecats. So I was never really a big fan of those lid style discs. So I'm more of a rounded nose kind of guy. So I like the pitch more. It's a little more rounded. Also beadless, both this beadless, which I prefer. But I feel like I was getting cleaner hand releases with the pitch versus the parachute. But again, that's my preference, and also, take the score with a grain of salt too. I was not throwing my best that day, as you heard me complain. This is the day after I filmed this round, so the day after I got lit up by wasps, and my left calf is significantly bigger than my right now, so pretty sore, and yeah, I was not able to kick off as much as I would, so not a criticism of the disc. It was a problem with the archer that day, so yeah, take that into consideration, but yeah, it's a really fun disc. It's definitely something you could give to a brand new player just to get them acclimated to the course. Give them something they can throw with a lot of control. And also just your regular player should definitely grab these one speeds, guys. They don't lie to you. If you're releasing on anhyzer, it's going to anhyzer. If you're releasing with wobble, it's going to show you that wobble. It's basically an analog tech disc at a major fraction of the cost. So encourage it for all players. I mean, just have fun with your buddy, warm up before the match, and just have a catch. So thank you to MVP for making this, and I really hope to see the parachute in a stock release soon. And I really hope to see this plasma soft. There are a few discs in my bag that I would not mind checking out a plasma soft version of. So this is a great first iteration of this plasma soft blend, and I hope to see it again very, very soon. But with that, guys, I want to say thank you for all your support. If you have any questions for me, reach out. I'll do my best to answer them. Take care. Thank you to my sponsors. For all your disc golf needs, check out Phoenix Discs and Foundation Disc Golf.